Bern. At the end will be about 12 people or so, 15 people, let's see. And people online, and everything as usual is live available through Google Meet and also recorded, so we will put it on YouTube afterwards. Welcome everyone to this on and offline meeting. I'll give a start presentation and then we'll have interesting talks coming up. So this is going to be the outline for my little talk for now. Some general overview about the ISA, where we are with the safety labels, and a little bit of an outlook. We will have a separate presentation on the outlook as well tomorrow at the end of the morning. So the ISA safety event has been happening since 2017. The first one was the biggest one we ever held, was on top of a mountain in Moraison. And almost all manufacturers joined back then, and then actually during COVID the whole thing obviously stopped as in-person events, and now we're slowly trying to get this restarted. We have quite a few manufacturers actually on site. 1, 2, 3, 4 four manufacturers, which is nice. So I want to thank Top Rope and R4. These are the two companies here at the venue we are at. They gave us the possibility to hold the event here in Worb, near Bern. Then some general facts on the ISA. Most of you have heard this a couple times already, just very briefly. So we're now going into our 10th year of existence, so still a very young federation, and we are a non-profit based in Switzerland, run by about 50 volunteers. If you want to see who these volunteers are, you can find that easily on the website. Currently we have about 20 national federation members, more than 100 regional clubs, 5,000 individual slackliners. That's been an upgrade, definitely, in the last couple of years. So still comparably a small federation to the big ones out there, but steadily growing. We also have about 10 slackline gear manufacturers, which are our ISA partners. I'll go into that a bit more detail in a second. And yeah, that's good. So here a quick overview of all the federations which are active members of the ISA. These are also the countries where slacklining is the most organized and also actively growing. There's a couple more actually joining tomorrow at our General Assembly. So our general mission is we aim to support and develop the slackline communities of all sizes by enhancing communication and informational resources. This was one of our main goals, which we I think are achieving quite well over the past years. And obviously we support slacklining as well as the sport of slacklining. One good example of the sport of slacklining was the World Championships, which was held about a month ago. You can see our event t-shirt, and we are obviously devoted to increase safety and also do active risk minimization of all forms of slacklining worldwide. This is just an extract from our mission. There's more behind that, obviously. General organizational structure for those interested, I think interesting to see is that we have 4 commissions. All our structure is heavily based on that of the UIAA. So we, in the beginning, in the founding years, we worked closely with the UIAA and took lots of their base documents. And we currently have 4 commissions. These are the 4: access in nature, safety, education, and sports. They all have different focuses. Above that are the 2 boards and the General Assembly with all our active members. Which are the national federations, basically. That's the General Assembly will hold tomorrow. Here a quick overview on the program for the next 2 days. We will have this online meeting happening until lunch, and then there's an offline part which we're not going to record. The talks of today are going to be by Augustin on backup falls, then Florent will present some energy calculations in webbings, then Jakob will present the newest insights on highline and helicopter rescue, and at the end we'll have a short presentation on our UV tests and what we are planning in the future in terms of testing. This is going to be the afternoon session, which will not be online. We will meet with Sprat experts, which are here in the house currently, and do some technical presentations and demonstrations. And then for tomorrow morning, we have some updates on slackline accidents. We have a new digital lifetime tracking system by Red Slacklines, and then Walter Siebert will hold a presentation on thin Dyneema ropes and their application for emergency rappelling, and then some changes in our standards, futures endeavors, and then we can actually go downstairs and let's see if we can live stream that. We have a new brake test machine in the house, which Yoshi and I will present. And then that's basically tomorrow morning's program. And then in the later afternoon, we'll have 2 general assemblies. First one from our safety commission, and then a bit later the big general assembly of the ISA. So who is actually this safety commission? So this is kind of a sub-organization within the ISA, founded in Bern in the August of 2016, so 1 year after the creation of the ISA. These are the members in person, they're listed here. Hai Tai is currently the president. He's not joining right now because in the States it's like, I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, so he will be joining later in the day. Here just some pictures, so you can attach some faces to those names. These are currently the ISA SafeCom members. So what does ISA SafeCom do? So obviously assisting in safety topics, assisting the ISA but also the members. Then we work with the gear manufacturers, our partners. We develop tests and standards. By we, I mean the whole ISA, not just the ISA SafeCom. So I'm talking here from the perspective of the executive board. Then we have an incident and accident forum online, which we where people can input their incidents and accidents. So we try to communicate the important lessons out from that. And of course, very generally, we encourage development of best practices and try to work with other organizations. So in terms of the safety labels, what are they? The idea is to minimize accidents by setting minimum requirements for gear, also reducing conflicts of interest between gear retailers and gear labeling. So, I mean, the safety label is very much based on what, for example, other big federations are doing. Best example, probably again, the UAA with their safety label. Ours is very much related to that and built in a similar way. There's also some differences, obviously, because we are much smaller. Also, our slackline industry is much smaller. So the way it works is that manufacturers send in gear to an independent ISA accredited laboratory, and if it passes that, if it passes the tests, it gets a label. These tests are defined by the ISA, but the testing is done by an independent laboratory. So what we at the end of the day do is we create and update these tests or standards, and we do basic tests to modify them or to change things. It is voluntary for manufacturers to be part of the safety labels, and the pricing is actually very low. It's 100 euros to become an ISA partner, same actually as an ISA member, as a national federation. But you don't have voting rights as a partner. You basically can just sit in and decide with the ISA Safety Commission on where the future will head. Then there's also some certification fee per product, and the testing fee is not paid to us, but actually to this independent laboratory. So here just a quick overview of the ISA safety partners. So these are the partners that actually pay this yearly fee to the ISA. And from these, only a couple are ISA safety label holders. These are companies that have products certified after the ISA standards by independent laboratories. So this is just, again, the overview, how this testing works. So Slackline manufacturers send equipment to an inspection body. They get back a test report. The Slackline manufacturers also have to apply to us. And basically, at the end of the day, we give them back a safety label if everything is confirmed. So currently, we have 6 gear standards out. So webbing, weblocks, grabs, leashes, slings, and connectors. And we also have a publicly available Highland system standard with some new updates. And here you can see pictures of the first ISA safety label test that was done at Walter Siebert's laboratory. We have 27 products which are ISA certified. This is 9 products more than last year. And we have about 6 that are getting ready to be certified, and definitely more coming in the near future. We heard from several manufacturers that they want to send in things. Let's see when this happens. Yes, so the independent laboratories are currently, there's 2. One is Walter Siebert's laboratory, and then there is another one in Germany, Blockmaterialprüfung in Berlin, right? Yeah. So we're also in contact with some South American laboratories to get going the certification in South America. It's just too expensive for them to send the gear to Europe and do it here. So this is definitely an aim for the next year to get one laboratory in South America going. That would be nice. I once calculated like how many pieces of equipment actually potentially could be certified, and I did not reach more than 90. So meaning that we have 27 now, we are almost at about a third or a quarter of those that could be certified. So we're not, there's not like hundreds of products out there that could be ISA certified. So some other activities, we'll hear of this in further presentations, so I'm not going into detail. So the most important publications probably within the last year were backup fall simulator verification with Augustin, some tests we did, and then the final short, actually the short publication of our UV study. We also have a bigger study which we have not published yet, which hopefully then will include the new tests that I'm going to start this or next week. Then we'll also hear tomorrow about some incident and accident reporting and monitoring going on in our community, organized by the SafeCom. Then also we've been publishing some safety warnings about different issues. And obviously we're trying to reach people with Fail Fridays and other channels through our social media. And we also have now this new breakfast machine here in Bern. So the idea is to do more basic research on different products and then maybe modify some of the standards or maybe create some new things. So at the end of the day, we're really trying to push more certified gear and get more equipment certified. Here are just a couple links. I'm not going to stay on this slide long. You'll find everything on our website.